for the next person, well, a little background. Division D Director Tomi Daniel was so disappointed that she was not going to be able to be part of our program and share with you about Nigeria. So she found a replacement. I was pleased, but then I saw his name. Oh my. I contacted Tomi for some help on pronunciation, but here's what Tomi told me. She said, just take the easy way out. Just call him what most of us do, Father Emmanuel. Besides, he can not only pronounce it for the audience, but maybe he'll even teach you a little bit about names from other places. So, Father Emmanuel, we're going to learn about Nigeria.
Hey, well, thank you so much for giving me this opportunity. This is the first time really we here in the Sarah House Toastmaster Club, we are breaking out a little. So it's not only that I'm representing Nigeria, but I'm glad also to speak to you so that you know there is a Toastmaster here in the seminary in Grand Terrace. And I want to begin my sharing today because the title of my speech to you is Still Dancing, Still Dancing. So there is a foremost Nigerian novelist by name Chinua Achebe, and he wrote, he said, quote, "A man who calls his kinsmen to a feast does not do so to redeem them from starving. No, they all have food in their houses. And when we gather in the moonlight, in the village ground, it is not because of the moon, not at all, because every man can see the moon in their own compound. When we come together, because it is good for kinsmen to do so. Therefore, let us continue to enjoy this fraternity. Let us continue this togetherness. Let us smile, not because we don't have problems, but because we are greater than our problems," unquote. That's what Chinua Achebe said. And I think that from what he said, I can infer that alone I can smile, but together we can laugh. Alone I can enjoy, but together we can celebrate. You know, alone I can dance, but together we can tango for those who come from Argentina and the rest of them. So, and that is very, very important. I think it's in that spirit of Chinua Achebe that I want to give a shout out to Connie and Tom for bringing us together today. Thank you for putting this together. Hello, fellow Toastmasters. Thank you for your beautiful and attentive listening, for your ears here today. Thank you, audience who are listening in from different places. And I am here with you too, still dancing, you know? Yes, still dancing. Not because Ramona J. Smith won the Toastmasters 2018 award. No, with that beautiful speech, if you have watched it, it's when she said, you know, still standing, I'm fighting all the fights of, no, but still dancing because it is 17 years ago that I left the country that chose me, my native Nigeria, first to Spain. And now here I am in the country that I chose myself, the United States of America, and still dancing. Here I am after many number of years with all the multi-ethnic, multicultural, multi-religious, multi-celebrations and cultures of Nigeria. They continue to inspire me in the work that I do here in the United States through song and dance. I am American by choice, make no mistake about it, but hello, I am African. And deep within my DNA, there is rhythm, dancing, music, and moving the body around. So Nigerian culture in its celebration is informed and inspired in the context of the worldview of Nigerians. The culture is very holistic and interrelated in a way it views reality. and including those realities that affect, the movement of our bodies. So the diverse Nigerian cultures, they see human realities, life, religion, morality, politics, sickness, name it, whatever you can, in a holistic fashion. And it is often very inconceivable in Nigerian cultures to differentiate or separate, say, the secular from the sacred, to differentiate individual from community, the natural from the supernatural, the one from the many. Is very often difficult to separate them. But this kind of holism that I'm talking about with regard to Nigerian culture is not just what we call a kind of mere organism. No, it's a holism that interrelates with one another. It promotes the uniqueness of the individual. It talks about interaction with the individual and the relationship between the individual and the community. And if you like, you can call it a kind of a harmony of the majority and the minority. I don't know whether time will allow me. There is a little clip I would love to share with you, probably at the end of this, because I just want to race for time. In Nigerian culture, song and dance are concrete realities that show and express the concrete experiences of individuals, because we have songs and dances for almost every occasion, from the cradle to the grave, and even afterlife. And I give you instances. For instance, we use it to celebrate life before a child is born, and even after birth. We use song and dance to celebrate achievements, when you get title, or there is a rite of passage sometimes. Even when you graduate, we use song and dance to express hospitality. Next time when you visit Nigeria, maybe your friends will be drumming and dancing for you and you think you're a prince. That's really in the DNA of the people. We use it to express communion, gratitude, reconciliation, and I would say health and fitness also. So we use song and dance to celebrate and give outlet to soul and spirit. In fact, if you ask me, I would say song and dance in Nigerian culture is the oil for lubrication of the body, of the soul, and of the spirit. And they release the champions that are in us because they relate life to activity. A life that is not active is not really a life, you know that. So, and I have witnessed the holistic power of song and dance that we have in Nigerian culture in my ministry here in the United States. For instance, especially on Mother's Sunday days, when I invite the mothers in my community to come out for blessing, and I begin to sing for them, and I dance for them and with them, and I see them, I can feel them in what you can, the Spanish call el siete cielo. By the time they return from that seventh heaven, they are totally transformed and changed. They become whole, they become hell, and also they become happy. So we cannot underrate and estimate the holistic power of song and dance. And we got to really emphasize it because it gets us active and moving again. We need it now more than ever for a happy and healthy society. In fact, that is why after these 17 years, I am still singing and dancing. I just want to play for you, if I still have a little time, a music that coordinates what I am saying to you. Okay, here you will see in this beautiful music, a typical Nigerian girl dancing and celebrating with her sister from another mother, this beautiful choreography that we see in the individual and the community.
Everybody,
Isn't that beautiful that you could see that power, the holistic power of music, both the uniqueness of the individual and when they come together as a community? That's why I just think that we need to keep the music going. So let us keep singing and dancing. Over to you, Mr. Toastmaster. Thank you.
Thank you, Father Emmanuel, for an upbeat presentation. But I warn you, that was not, even though you may think so, that was not our uplifting musical conclusion to the program. We will very shortly experience that. I'm keeping the mystery there.